Once you pop, you just can't stop the copyright. This is the update for January 6, 2014.
Update required.
GOG's hitting the big times as they announced this week that they are working on their own game-related client similar to Valve's juggernaut that is Steam. While there have been multiple clients in the past, such as Desura, as well as ones made by other developers with EA's Origin and Ubisoft's Uplay, none of these clients have yet been able to provide any real competition for Steam so far due to a plethora of reasons. GOG's solution, though, is not to try to become the new Steam, but become a real alternative and try and do their own thing with it. For years now, GOG, or Good Old Games as it was originally titled, has slowly carved its place on the internet by bringing classics back to life, and having them available to both die-hard fans as well as new ones. Over the years, the site has developed a well and curated storefront that not only sells the games from your childhood, but new releases as well, and now they're taking things up a notch with GOG Galaxy. This new client will be completely DRM-free, allowing players to play their games without needing to be connected to the internet at all. It will also be using something called crossplay, which will allow gamers who have bought any game on any client to be able to run them through Galaxy. I've seen this a little bit with Origin, with games such as Alice Madness Returns, the game that I own and bought on Steam, but can run through the Origin client if I desire to do so. But, of course, you can only do that on Origin with EA games, while Galaxy will allow you to do the exact same idea, but with any game you own on your PC. Not only do these two things wildly differ from what the current powerhouse of gaming clients, Steam, does at the moment, GOG also will curate the gaming library that they put up for sale, even though that library will still be smaller than the one you can get from Steam. For a while now, Steam's store has become a jumbled mess as horrible games slip through greenlight and publishers dump infinite backlogs of shovelware into the new releases on the store's front page. GOG's curation means nothing will get onto Galaxy that they themselves don't think should be there, similar to what Valve originally did with the Steam client. While some of these things may not seem too huge at the moment, they definitely have the potential to be a real threat to Valve's almost monopoly on the digital distribution market, as it will give players real options and provide some real competition. My hope is that it will finally awaken the slumbering giant and get Valve to realize that their plans for a community-run store aren't quite working out as well as they had originally hoped. On January 4th, Ubisoft, the oddly comfortable video game publisher, announced its deal with Nvidia for 4 of its upcoming major releases. The Crew, Assassin's Creed Unity, Far Cry 4, and Tom Clancy's The Division will all be made in juncture to Nvidia's GameWorks team. As stated in a press release, the point of this is to incorporate cutting-edge graphics technology and gaming innovations to create game worlds that deliver unprecedented realism and immersion. This is only the latest in previous similar deals utilizing the GameWorks program, a program that not everyone thinks is all that great. GameWorks represents a clear and present threat to gamers by deliberately crippling performance on AMD products, 40% of the market, to widen the margin in favor of Nvidia products, said AMD's Robert Hallock a week ago to Forbes about how well Ubisoft's open-world hacker Watch Dogs is designed to work with Nvidia products, and just how poorly it's designed to work with AMD's. Participating in the GameWorks program often precludes the developer from accepting AMD suggestions that would improve performance directly in the game code, the most desirable form of optimization, Hallock continued. Even though Nvidia themselves denies any purposeful wrongdoing, this does fuel some fears that already exist about the GameWorks program. It's reasonable to believe that since a company like Nvidia would be working so closely with a game developer like Ubisoft, they would specifically make decisions and changes that would benefit their own products before anyone else's, meaning that games made using GameWorks would be catered to those who use Nvidia's products, and making consumers who want to play a game like Watch Dogs as well as they possibly can want to get the Nvidia graphics cards so they can do that. There's nothing more than speculation at the moment as to whether this is what's actually happening or if it's just a conspiracy theory and AMD's a little bit paranoid, but I could say it feels like Ubisoft had better be careful if it doesn't want to get stuck in the middle of the feud between these two companies. Overwolf, developers of many great in-game apps, has announced the development of Crowdplay, a Twitch Play games toolset. This would allow any streamer who streams utilizing Twitch.tv to easily set up live streams similar to that of the popular Twitch Plays Pokemon stream that began earlier this year, and is somehow still going strong. Twitch and its community are redefining the way games can be played, said Yuri Marchand, CEO of Overwolf. Streaming services such as Twitch are becoming platforms in their own right, so we wanted to create a tool that makes developing streaming games for the platform easier than ever. What he says is true, as multiple game developers have already been figuring out ways of getting communities involved with their games in ways that are specifically designed around the ideas of the Twitch Play stream. One example of this is how Zombie Studios' horror game Deadlight, if set up correctly, can allow viewers to type commands in the stream chat that will cause things to happen in-game, such as different sounds happening or even events to try to scare the player who's currently playing the game on a live stream. While crowdplay isn't available just yet, you can catch a live test of it going on right now on the Twitch crowdplay channel on twitch.tv. While allowing anyone to make a Twitch Play stream does kinda take out the uniqueness and charm of the original one, it will definitely be interesting to see just what streamers and developers are able to do with this application and where this really goes in the future. Next up, we go to the block world of Minecraft as some trouble may be a-brewing. Mojang is beginning to crack down on servers by allowing players to pay for perks. This, according to Mojang developer Eric Burrows, goes completely against the current End-User License Agreement, or EULA. You cannot make money with Minecraft without our permission, Bro stated in a lengthy conversation on the woodcraft.net server. While multiple attempts were made to try to prove that what was happening was still within the EULA, such as many of the paid perks being based off of plugins, as well as servers only being able to survive because of these pay-for-perk options, Bro stuck to his guns about the topic, saying that servers can only charge for access to them as well as accept free donations, but nothing else. He also had this to say: if you're on a server, your experience should be the same as every other player. We just don't want people to mix the pools of paying people and non-paying people. Minecraft's current EULA also states that any tools you write for the game from scratch belong to you. Modifications to the game, mods including pre-run mods and in-memory mods, and plugins for the game also belong to you, and you can do whatever you want with them, as long as you don't sell them for money or try to make money from them. We have final say on what consists of a tool, mod, plugin, and what doesn't. Lastly, Bro says that we had a discussion at the office. Most likely, we'll have a handful of points in our new EULA that should be enough to tame the bad stuff. And when asked how they really expect to enforce this EULA, Bro said, "We'll ask nicely and then send really mean lawyers." While it's understandable that running servers may be getting a little bit expensive, it doesn't exclude those who run them from the EULA rules. That's why games have EULAs in the first place. Even though Mojang themselves are completely in the right, that doesn't mean that it will make people all that happy, since it could remove a system that they've already gained accustomed to. That being said, I feel that a statement about the current pay-for-perk servers should have been made by Mojang first, themselves, as some of Bro's comments could come off as a little bit arrogant, which is not really how you want people to perceive your company. Well, Mojang's not the only developer who's getting lawyers involved, as Bungie is getting sued. Composer Marty O'Donnell filed a complaint in Washington Superior Court against Bungie President Harold Ryan, seeking double damages on May 1st. O'Donnell, who was previously fired by Bungie on April 11th of this year, is best known for his composition work for the Halo franchise. According to the lawsuit, Bungie has failed to pay the composer benefits owed for things like unused vacation days, as well as paid time off. Ryan responded by filing documents denying the allegations and looking for a full court dismissal of the case. It's really a shame to see something like this happen to someone who's not only been with the company for many years, but who's made a large impact on the Halo universe. O'Donnell was working on Bungie's upcoming game Destiny before he ended up getting fired, and Bungie has stated that his music will still be featured within the game when it does finally fully release. Now we enter the glitch zone. This week's featured channel is Re-Res. With knowledge of both retro games and hardware, Re-Res brings a unique look into the past. Two of my favorite shows on this channel are Positive, which looks for the good in absolutely terrible and awful games, as well as Negatives, which looks for the bad in some of your childhood favorites. Before I go, just want to let you know about the latest Jumpstart developer interview. I got the chance to chat with Montgomery Goulet from Maestro Interactive about their Kickstarter for the beautiful hand-painted 2D platformer Luna's Tale. Thanks for your time and thanks for watching. I've been MegaPieman, and you've just been updated.
Update complete.